and sisters, we rise to prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful. So, Master's day of judgment in which we now live, the alone do we serve, and the alone beseech for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness none is to be served, worship, to praise, beside Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is our true servant and last apostle. Ameen.
Assalamu alaikum. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the true living God, we forever thank him. We read up in our midst, a divine leader, teaching guide, in the person of Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Almighty God, Allah, forever be upon him. I'm truly grateful on his coming and blessing us with this last and greatest messenger, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Before I go on, I'd just like to say, sisters, we'd really like to see you in your uniform, but it's hot. If it's hot for you, you could take it off, because I know it does get hot. I know I'll be out on the battlefield in my suit. We have to come out these jackets sometimes. Matter of fact, most of the time. So if it's uncomfortable, it's okay for you to take it off. You'll be sitting up and sweating and all that. So you could remove it if you like to. But if you could wear it. If not, you could cape. That's what I mean. Oh, thank you. I'm talking about uniform. I would have got some feedback, some bad feedback on that. Thank you very much. I mean your cape. Take your cape off if you're hot. That's what I mean. Thank you. And boy, that's a bad one there. All praise due to Allah, man sharpen man, still sharpen still. Thank you. Before we go to, I like to, we have some brothers and sisters to extend the greetings. And we have Sister Daka Shabazz of New York. She sends the greetings to all the believers here. Assalamu alaikum. And Brother Quincy X and his family, Decatur, Georgia. Sister Shakila Muhammad of Detroit. Brother Captain Muhammad Salim Bay of Oakland. Brother Calvin Shabazz of Atlanta. Brother Muti Kabir, New Jersey. And Brother Captain Quadus of Philadelphia. That's Minister Mutaquan's captain there. They all send the greetings of Salaam Alaikum to all of us. So that just goes to show you and I that we're not alone, we're not by ourselves. It's not what's always out in front of you. And we have believers working behind the scenes. And we're very fortunate to be followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, especially in this day and time. Just think, the duty of the civilized man. If he fails to perform his duty, what must be done? Just think, if the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't perform his duty, we would be in bad shape. But he did what Allah chose him to do. He raised him up from among you and I to teach and guide us. And he was a divine messenger of God who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And he had a divine message to give to you and I. And he was the only one Allah held responsible for the delivery of the message. He didn't hold nobody else was responsible to deliver the message. Nobody else was mission. Allah didn't mission no one but the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he raised him from among you and I for 3.5 years to teach and guide us. And he did that. He was successful in his mission. And we are the examples and the fruit of his labor. So we in turn we must perform our duty to never to lose focus on our lost found brothers and sisters, and never lose focus on what we as believers should do, or have the understanding of what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad had taught us. It gets hard sometimes, but that's in it. Hard trials are necessary to establish truth. We always can go back and relate to that. And it gets hard times sometimes. Things don't go like we think it should go sometimes. But Allah is the best knower. And He has the power of all things. He'll make something seems bad, He'll take the good out of it. There's always something good that you can get out of a thing. If a bad thing is something good that you can get out of it. And this is the learning period for you and I. And we're learning how to be Muslims, how to be better Muslims, better followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It takes practice, real hard practice. A lot of times we fail in shortcomings sometimes, but when we strive hard to be upright, Allah guides us and blesses us. And we know in the end we'll be the winner. Because the messenger said, I didn't promise you no smooth going. He said, but I can tell you one thing, that you will be the winner. Not only in the teachings, his teachings, but whatever other thing that we can come in contact with, we'll be the winner because we'll be able to master it. Because we have the Lord of the worlds behind you and I. Anything that's good, He's behind us. He's with us, anything that's good. But when we decide to sidetrack and go off on the other side, He's not longer with you and I. And we face the consequences. We suffer the consequences sometimes. But nevertheless, we had a messenger to teach and guide us, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And that's what our focus should be, on getting the dead and being better Muslims, being better followers, better examples, because we had a prime example out in front of us, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he was successful. But he had a hard taskmaster that he was dealing with. And he was the winner. He's no longer with you and I in the physical form. But that what was given to him from Almighty God, Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, lives with you and I, the believers. And we're living in the days of Allah, the resurrection of the so-called American Negro. And we know the messenger taught us that the old world is going out, and the new world is coming in. And one nation falls and another one rises up to take its place. And we know that the devil's time was up in 1914, so this is our time. And we're on the rise. But we may not see it all at once, what I'm saying. You may not, all the stuff that's going on, you may not see it, but it's rising. It's gradual, but it's rising. You know, and we don't feel the earth turning on its, but it's turning. It's constantly turning. But you don't feel it going around, but it is. It's like Islam, the messenger's teachings. It's on the rise. We're so few of us, we don't see it. But overall, see, and we like the cream. You know, it rises to the top. You know, and it's a steady rise. It's a constant grind. It's a constant work. And in that rise and work, we have to constantly work on ourselves because we get off track sometimes. But that's in it. We working to better ourselves. And if our hearts are right and we believe what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, ain't nothing that we can't do as an individual and as a brotherhood and sisterhood. There's nothing that we couldn't do. But Allah blesses us in our efforts. Whatever we do, what is right. What are we trying to do? What is right? He blesses us. He makes we be successful. And it's not easy. In our everyday life, going to and fro, it's not easy. It's always something in there that's disturbing or something that we have to overcome. It's not easy. It's not no smooth going. It's not a smooth going in the nation. It's not a smooth going in our everyday life. It's not smooth going. When you get up to go to work in the morning or whatever you do, that's not smooth going. You have to put forth some effort to get up to go. You have to be inspired to get up and go. Not only the bills, that's a everyday thing. Bills, I'm talking about getting up to provide, want to provide for your family. You know, you have to want that desire to provide for your family, so that gives you that extra spurt to get up and go. But nevertheless, we're very fortunate to be followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and we should be thankful because we know Allah is judging today. We see what's happening today, and it started, the messenger said that Allah gets them right there at the heads of state, you know, and the confusion, what's going on today, right up there at the White House. This is the world's leaders. It's supposed to be the brain trust, supposed to be the wisest people in their government, and we can see that it's deteriorating and it's falling. America's falling. Look at the White House. Look at the president and all of them. He can't do nothing. He can't go nowhere because all that confusion is right there at the top. He can't do nothing. And when we confused, that just goes to show you, when a nation and a brotherhood is confused, you can't do nothing. So what they have to do, they have to cast that rotten apple out. They know where it's coming from. See? So these are the kind of things what we have to look and see. And white folks themselves, devils themselves, they want to change. See? They're tired. They see what's happening. How the whole government is falling. And the message says corrupt. Corruption. Spreading far, evil corruption spreading far and wide. Wide and far, however you want to put it. But nevertheless, we as believers, our minds is at ease. Our minds should be at ease if we're trying to apply ourselves what the messenger taught us. Our mind will be at ease. It's a hard work in this nation, in this government. It's hard. The harvest is ripe, but the labors are few. All of us are laborers. We're working. See? All of us. Some of us may have a little post. That's all it is. I'm no better than nobody else. Just an extra job. That's like if you working on the job and you become foreman. Still got to work. You just foreman. See, the law and the rules and regulations apply to you too. If the workers can't take off, you most certainly can't take off. Not a foreman, he got to be there regardless. If he's sick, he got to be there. That's the difference. See, that's the difference. That's more responsibility. That's all that is. But still, the law applies to the foreman. He can't come to work when he get ready. He got to come to work. He got to be the first one on the job. See, these are the kind of things. So it's work all the time. It's something to do in the Nation of Islam all the time. It's something for you and I to do. But we can't let our shortcomings hinder us. We have to keep striving, keep working. See? The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us nothing like the brotherhood. Nothing like the brotherhood, nothing like the sisterhood. But he said before you can say you're a believer in Islam, you must love for your brother and sister what you love for yourself. That's the first thing to do, we have to do. We have to love for one another, love for your black brother and sister, that's what you love for yourself. Then you can say you're a Muslim. We're not a Muslim unless we're able to do that. This is what the messenger taught us. This is what he said. And he said, Allah will remove the fear from you and I. It's to submit to Allah, fear not. But the only way he's going to remove that fear is we have to submit to his will. Not our will, his will. And he'll remove it. And as you go along, you will see, all of us, when I say you, I'm talking about me too. Because I learn too. I learn, and I try to learn, we all try to learn. And the best way is to go and follow the direction of the message. That's what he was. He was a guide. We need what? Direction. And he directed us. And which way we should go. Which way we should follow. He directed us. And the only way Allah is going to remove that fear from you and I, we have to submit to his will. Not our will, his will. And I think we can do that. I think we can do that. And know, brothers and sisters, what we're doing is right. We have to believe and know, not believe, know it. You can believe it's a battleship out there. Open the door, don't have to, but you can believe all that, it's a battleship out there. Open the door, no, it's not. You believe that. But we have to know. Now, we know it's no battleship out there. I know ain't no battleship out there right now. Well, you know, the only way it's going to be one out there is a battleship. Now, that's quite, you wouldn't think that. No, you wouldn't think that, battleship out there. You walk out that door, see a battleship. You walk out that door, you might see anything. But the point is, in reality, excuse me, common sense ought to tell you, battleship, big battleship, that's 2 blocks long. You go get a battleship and got no water out there. But nevertheless, that's like what they told Moses. The devil told Moses out there in them caves, where the water at? What did he say? That's Noah. No, that was Moses. Wasn't it? When he in the caves. That was Moses, wasn't it? Yeah. When he was in the caves. Yeah. We actually got the fish, and the devil said, well, where the water at? And Moses went back and blowed them up, about 300 of them. Yeah, that's smart one. Where the water at? Okay, I'll show you where it is. Come on over here and blew them up. Then they told him, man, you can't be blowing up the people like that. You can't be blowing up the devil like that, man. That's how I told you. You can't be blowing them up. You don't do that. It's in there to tell you. Let me tell you. That's the black man tell you what told him where it say, sign that told him you can't, because they were going to take him off. They're going to take him out of there. See, Moses was getting kind of discouraged a little bit. But you just can't go kill them. You had to teach them. Get them up off their knees, crawling, eating bugs and all that. Uncooked food and all that. He had to teach them. So that's what he did. But nevertheless, we didn't ever know these things. So we know we had a divine messenger to teach us. And a lot of times our shortcomings is when we ourselves deviate a little bit. But we have to understand that this is the change of the world. Since the time, rule of the devil, people was up. The messenger said that the Caucasian white man is the devil. We have to always remember that. Regardless of what anybody say, or how they're going to try to reform the devil, the white man is the devil. And he always will be the devil. That's our open enemy. And he don't want us to be successful. And he's a deceiver. And that's his job. It's not in him to love black. It wasn't put in him to love black. It wasn't put in him to obey Islam. See? So these kind of things, although the messenger said that there's thousands of white people who really actually believe, who are sincere in their belief, who have the names of Allah, God's names. See? He said there would be a few thousand of them will be around for a while. He said, but they'll help us. But he said we wouldn't know them. We wouldn't know them right now. It's not the time right now. But he said that those will help us. So we're very fortunate to be followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I just read that. It's in Our Savior Has Arrived. I'm going to tell you that. How the messenger had said how there be some devils with holy names, So these kind of things. I just read it. So I'm not coming off the top of my head. So I pray Allah never do that. I always go read Message of the Black Man, Our Savior Has Arrived, and write it down and see what's in the book. And a lot of times you have to be careful who wrote the book. Because a lot of times they put their own quotations and words, what they think in the book, and take out what the messenger said, just plain and simple. See, that's all we have to do. Islam is truth. It's plain. It's simple. It's not hard. We make it hard. See, by just being disobedient, we makes it hard. We makes it hard on ourselves when we be disobedient. That's in anything. There's a consequence for every evil that we do. And there's a reward for every good that we do. So it balances itself off. And It's not going to be rosy all the time. See? It should be lined up. It shouldn't be an empty seat. We should be, the believers should be at home. That's right. The believers should be at home, should be the lost founds. See? But they're going to see after a while. They're going to see after a while. See, because they get to that point. And as Muslims, we got to hold on. Because the message said, it's here, it's right at the door. It's here. This devil is doing all that he can to take us to hell with it. Everything that he do, he's trying to take us to hell with it. He's opening up everything for you and I. He's opening up, giving us all kinds of stuff. All kinds of evil is out here now. And he opening the door for it. It's free. You just go get it. It's right at your hand. You do anything you want to do right here, today, in this time. He isn't allowing it. See? They said that, what it said, when you see men loving men, women loving women, little boys, quiet, you see that today. And it's over there. It's right on TV, national TV. I mean, you would think they would have it hidden, but they got it right out today. And this evil. He said it's going to make Sodom and Gomorrah look like child's play. America. And if we're not careful, even grown-ups got to be careful. But they get caught up in it. It's just how powerful it is. Evil is powerful. I mean, we got righteousness and wickedness fighting against each other. And it's powerful. One evil is trying to pull righteousness down, or whatever you say. Which one survived the war of Armageddon? Freedom, Islam, or Christianity? They clinging. They powerful. And they fighting. You got the God of wickedness, and you got the God of righteousness. And it's a battle. It's a battle. Wickedness trying to overtake righteousness, and righteousness trying to overtake wickedness. But this is our day, but we look at it. We still in bad shape. What I'm saying is far. Look at our lost found brothers and sisters. They're a prime example. They're walking out there, they wearing they can't wait to get out their clothes. If you go walk around, they can't wait to get out their clothes. Just go to show you and I what we have to look out for. We have to protect our children, because that's where they're really actually going after. They're going after the babies. They have so much stuff on TV, it'll shoot by me and you, but they'll pick it right up. They'll see it, boom, just like that. Our minds is not as sharp as theirs, and they picks up those things quicker than we will. And they'll tell you some things. You look at something, you'll miss it. They'll tell you, hey, Mama, Daddy, you see that? That's just how sharp and quick their minds are. Because we're very fortunate, brothers and sisters, to be followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I don't want to sound like a broken record. Truth is truth. Truth is truth. And we have to, the messenger taught truth for 44 years or better. The white man is the devil. He always will be the devil. Don't you ever forget it. He said that. He told us over and over and over and over again. And still, we hadn't learned. You had some, which followers of the messenger, went back. Some went back to the church. Some went this way. Some went over that way. It's a hard task. But we're gonna be the winner in the long end. You know, it gets a little bad sometimes. The messenger says always something to bring you down. See? But we know we have the power for all the Lord of the world is with you and I. And he's going to bless us to be successful, but we're going to be tried. We're going to say our belief is going to be tried. See? So we just have to keep pushing, keep working. The message said, strive hard. Pretty soon you get a believer like yourself. You see, pretty soon you get a believer like yourself. See? And all this, I, me, I did this, you ain't did nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You must say you would not be successful if Allah is not with you and I. You cannot do this work unless Allah is with you. So he's got to be with us. Those of us who say we believe in the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he has to still be with us. It's not none of you. So it's not you, it's not me. It's Allah and the messenger's teachings. And if he's with us, no one can be against us. If he's against us, nobody gonna be with you and me. So we have to give credit where credit due. And if you learn, if you wise, brother, Allah bless you to get understanding. You want on the quarter with you, yeah, but he had to bless you and open your heart and mind to get understanding. You didn't do it on your own because you didn't know you didn't even know yourself before the coming of Allah and raising up his messenger to teach and guide us. So it's no little eyes or big U's. We're all in this together. First, we got to be brothers. That's the first thing we have to be. I don't care how much knowledge you have or where you are, what you teaching, what you doing. We first have to be brothers. That's the bottom line. So if you're not going to be my brother, we're not following the message. See, first we have to be brothers. If we follow the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the first thing we have to do, he said, love for your brother and sister that what you love for yourself. And first we have to be brothers. Look how wise you are. That's how it is if we follow the teaching of the messenger. It's not you, it's not me. The messenger say, these coming in today, gonna walk right by you, ain't gonna pay you no mind. That's what's going on. So it's gonna have to be taught like the messenger taught it. See, I thank Almighty God Allah, who came in the person of the Master Prophet Muhammad, for blessing us. No little eyes pick you. You're no better than me. You ain't no better than me, and I'm not no better than you. That's how I should be. And I'm not saying that to be bold. I mean, just out trying to create something. That's a fact. You ain't better than me. Okay, what you got? You know better than me. We follow the teachers of the message. We all one who believes, the most mindful of their duty. Allah is the favored one in our sight of Allah. He's the most favored, the one who's most mindful of his or her duty. Are the most favorable one, the ones that are in the eyes of Allah. So it don't make no difference, really. So if we is performing our duty as a civilized man to teach civilization to the uncivilized, we're performing our duty. The messenger did. He performed his duty, and he was the prime example for you and I to continue to perform our duty. It's about the lost found. That's what it's about. Not only that, but even ourselves within this mix, we have to be make ourselves better and also going after the lost found. We just can't say, well, we just right and stuff. We have to there's always room for improvement. And anything that we do is always room for improvement. We just don't get to the point and just stop. There's always room for improvement. So we're very fortunate to be followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We have to have the spirit. You have to have spirit. See? And we get our spirit from our prayers. See? Prayer. It's like gas in your tank. I have to keep saying it. Remind myself. Prayer is powerful. I'm not talking about the one that the Christians say prayer is powerful. They believe in the spook. Allah hears our prayers. If he chooses. If he want to hear it. He's got the power to do it. So if he want to accept it, he accept it. The message say he accept it if he want to, or he reject it. That's how it is. But he said that you'll know if he heard you. Do you ever say what the message said? You'll know if you'll get your answer. You'll know if he answered you or not. You'll know it. You'll know it. But prayer, I really find that to be the truth. And it's binding on you and I. We must say our prayers. See? A lot of times, you get to the point sometimes you think there's no wasted time saying prayer. We get into big hurry. Big hurry. Time is not wasted. Stop. Nothing happened. Let's please Allah. Stop. Sam, let that wait for a minute. See? It's not wasted. We get caught up sometimes. Tell you, we get caught up. Find yourself running out there. Let me do this here. I won't say prayer. Let me do this here. And you think you wasting time. No. He got the guy. He's the man. He got control over all of it, whatever it is. You ain't wasting no time. The thought of the blessing that you receive, the thought of you just stopping, the thought of that, you have him on your mind. He rewards us for that good thought. I find it to be, if you say one you feel like, when that one get back in your head, say it, just got through in the prayer, something telling you. Say it again. It's powerful. And when you say it, you feel it. That's when you feel it. That's what we need. What I say, that's what I need. The message said we all need to say 5 prayers, at least 5. It's binded on you and I. And it protects us and helps us. And Allah protect you. This is how it is. So we have the protection of Almighty God, Allah. And we're going to be successful when we are successful. But we have opposition. Jealousy and envy. Jealousy and envy. The message gave us examples. Cain and Abel. One brother was jealous of another. The message said murder in his heart. And he did kill him. And that's what sisters too. That's talking about sisters too. When you saying Cain and Abel, that's sisters related to. That's related to sisters too, not just brothers. Because Allah was in his favor. He couldn't wait to get his blessing. His blessing would have came if he'd had patience, but he was so jealous of his brother. Because Allah, he was successful. Maybe Allah was trying him. You see, what would he do if his brother was successful? What would he say, all praise is due to Allah? Abel. No, he seek to destroy Abel because of the jealousy and envy. Because it wasn't him. See? Allah blessed him, so he's jealous of his brother. See? That's what happens. And it's enough work for everybody to do. But you can't do this, brothers and sisters, with jealousy in your heart. You can't do it. Allah will not let you be successful with jealousy of your brother in your heart or your sister in your heart. You won't be successful in anything that you do. Not even your personal stuff. You won't be successful in it. See, so we have to love each other truly, sincerely, as a brother and a sisterly love. Ain't no fakeism. Because if it's fakeism, it's going to come out. This is the real deal here. This, Allah, God, he ain't no spook. The messenger say he's the real God, and he is. He sees everything. He knows all hidden things. I don't care what it is, what you trying to hide. I'm trying to hide. He know it. He know if the leaf falls off the tree. He know it. Praise be to Allah. That's our God. That's the one who protect you and I, the messenger said, told us. Don't you know jealousy and envy, it dampens our progress? That's an enemy. That's an evil. It dampens our progress. See? These kind of things. So we're very fortunate. I pray Allah to me. Jealousy, man, I don't care what you got. It don't bother me. Allah bless you. I'm going to get mine if it's for me. If Allah want me to have it, I have it. I get it. And I am not going to just put everything on it for that. No material thing. If it's the, I get it. And a lot of things, if you don't have by now, you ain't going to get it no way. That's how it is. That's life. That's life. You ain't got it by now, you ain't going to get it. No. Man told me years ago, when I was working in the factory, and I'm doing all this years ago. He told me, said, man, you doing all that, man. I said, let me tell you something. You ain't got it now. Worry about it. You ain't get it. Not in here. You ain't gonna get it here. You might go somewhere and pursue something else, but you most certainly ain't gonna get it here. You're spending too much time here. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get it. So these things they tell you. But Allah is God who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. But nevertheless, we're very fortunate. We're very blessed to be followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I like that pretty soon you get a believer like yourself. They're coming in gradually. But we can't stop working. We have to keep working, keep praying. I know Allah is God. He's merciful. So thankful He's merciful. And He opened up our hearts and give us understanding. See? We can't be foolish. We have to keep coming. You make enemies when you accept Islam. You make enemies. Husbands, wives, go part different ways. That's all in it. That's all in it. Accept Islam, they may not want it. It's for those who want it. Islam separates. It separates righteousness. Separates wickedness from righteousness. It separates it. It fights against it. So there's going to be some, you have a divided house, all kind of things. You have one believing this way, one believing that way. One throwing up a Christmas tree, one throwing up this and that, or Easter bunny, whatever it is. All this is in it. You have to make that decision. You made it once, you have to make it again. That's how it goes. It's not, everybody's not going to accept it. Just thank Allah that He opened up your mind and heart to be able to understand, to accept it. And if those who hadn't accepted, they're going to wish they had accepted. That's how that is. Because it's like a two-headed sword. It don't know nobody. It don't know favoritism. It's truth. And if you don't have it and it's a two-headed sword that's coming down and you're in the way of it, you're going to get your head cut off. You can't. You can duck, do anything you want. It's going to cut your head. It's going to find you. If you're hiding somewhere, truth going to find you. Light going to shine and bring you out of there. See? That's how truth is. It lightens up darkness. Whatever it is, you can be hiding in there, shine that light on you. There He is. See? These kind of things. So we're very fortunate, brothers and sisters, to be following the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I thank Allah. I pray Allah to get spirit. We got to have that spirit, that drive. You know? We got to be strong, be happy. See? Allah bless him. Sometimes he get down, but that's okay. You know, dawn brings about a new day. Oh, that is, dawn brings about a new day. And Allah is merciful. Whatever it is, He knows it. Whatever it is, He got the power over it. He can make things better. See? We know He gonna make it better. See? So we're very fortunate. Be followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Remember that. All this is nothing but a test. That's all it is, nothing but a test of what we're going through. All this misery that we say we're going through, or been through. There's light at the end of the tunnel. After difficulty come ease. Praise be to Allah. Got that right. Praise be to Allah. See? Just think, what would you be if it wasn't for the message? You think we having so much trouble? We having so much trouble in hell. What would you be at if it was not for the message? Where would we be at if we were not following the teaching of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad? What would you be doing right now? Would you even be here? Would you even be blessed, half blessed, as we are? Where will you be at? Now, just ask yourself, what would you be doing? If you've been doing anything, what would you be doing? Just go back and start off where you left off at. Start off where you left off at, and then start counting. And see where you fit in, or where we fit in. I know where I've been. I know what I've been doing, if I've been alive. I'd have one course, one understanding of life. If I go back, there are the things of your lifeline. Go back to your lifeline. When you go back to your lifeline, start from that point and how you were successful. That's right. Give you an example. I was in the Oxford Institute. It's supposed to be a rehabilitation thing for the cocaine users. You have something like a lifeline. You put it on the board. You tell all your troubles from your childhood all the way up to now. And discuss all the things, the bad things that you had did. Then you turn the dope. I went to Islam, went back out in the world, picked up that pipe. Things got bad, worse than what they did. See? Left Islam when Wallace come in, left it. Show you how the life and powerful Islam is. Even the devil himself, they said it. They bore witness to Islam. And they told me, say, yeah, man, you've been having, we look on your lifeline here. This is the devil. He said, you've been having problems all down up in here until you accepted Islam. He said, look, yeah, Naomi, I never forget. I said, look, what was it, Ralph? Look, Ralph said, look how he's been doing good. He been doing good all this time. When he accepted Islam, he said, man, you should go back to Islam. That's what the devil told me. Because I knew it. I'm going there, I'm faking it. Getting in there. I had to go in there because they're going to fire me if I didn't from my job. I was hard-hearted, stiff-necked and rebellious, and that's the hell I brought on myself. I knew I should have been back. I knew I should have been in Islam, back in Islam. Finally made it back. Allah blessed me. No, it wasn't none of me. It was Allah. I had a little something to do with it because I submitted. See? I don't always submit. But when I don't, I get punished for it, in a way. I'm not perfect. See? And I ain't making no excuse. Because you be disobedient, you're going to get punished. That's what the devil told me, and I knew, but that just reassured me. The devil telling you, fool. Now what you going to still do it? That's how powerful Islam is, brothers and sisters. He has the power over all things. Allah got the power over all of it. And if anybody ever used cocaine, smoked that pipe, that's the devil. That's worse than the devil. That's worse than the white man. What I'm saying. If you understand the language. He the one gave it to you. Really. That's the kind of stuff that he puts in the neighborhood. That's the kind of stuff that he puts on the black man. These kind of things. So when you fall out and you go away from Islam, you bring chastisement on yourself and you pick up these things. You don't have the protection of Almighty God Allah. But when we come into Islam, we have the protection of Allah if we seek protection. But don't think it can't happen to you. Don't get cocky and think you got it made. No, we don't have it made. We have to constantly say our prayers and constantly ask Allah to help and protect us. Don't think we so self-righteous that we can't get caught up. You can. You get caught up when you start being negligent. That's when you get caught up. It's not a spook. This is real. Who we associate with, who we be with, who we all these different kind of things. Islam separates. That's what we have to understand. It's no foolishness. See? So when these kind of things, I like to express them and say them. That's not making me, maybe some people think so, he think he's, no, I ain't think, I know what's going to happen if you go that way. I know what's going to happen to you. I know exactly what's going to happen to you. You can say all what you want, I know what's going to happen to you. You're going to fall by the wayside like they all did. I'm so thankful to Almighty God, Allah, in His mercy, that He saw fit. So why should I be jealous of you? Why should I be jealous of you? It's all kind of work to do. Allah is the God. He's in control. He got control of it. If we do right, He's going to bless us. And if we don't, we won't be successful. Somebody else will come in and do it. It's going to get done. It ain't I, me. No, it's all of us. All of us. No big eyes and little U's. We all in this together. All this separatism. All this. It's one God, one messenger, one brotherhood, one sisterhood. All this separation. If you say you believe in the messenger teachers, and I believe in the messenger teachers, how come we can't work together? What's the difference? You want to be the leader? You want to be in charge? That ain't going to happen. We all in charge. It's the believers. We got one God. He's the master. He's in charge of all of it. And the messenger teachings. Only thing, what we have to do, what we have to concentrate on, what I believe, trying to practice the teaching first. Practice the teaching first. Put on your habits. Hang up your habits. That's it. We say we're given 6 months to clean up and divine sign sales of the devil's habit. Okay, hang up the habits. That's the first thing. Let's start working on ourselves. That's the first thing. Let's start working on ourselves. Praise be to God. That's what we do. Start working on ourselves, and then we can go from there. Then you ain't got to tell me how righteous you are. Allah knows. I don't have to. You don't tell me how righteous you are. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to tell you how righteous I am because I'm not righteous. I'm not righteous. I may not be half righteous, but that's for Allah to judge. For Him to judge. If I please Him, I'm satisfied. Care what you say. Well, I'm not trying to please you. You can't save me, nor I can save you. I got to save me, and I got to do it. Go to Allah. Every tub, the messenger say, sits on his own bottom. Every tub. No worry about you. I got a tub I'm sitting on. See? That's how that is. You can't save me. I can't save you, but we can work together and try to get our brothers and sisters. That's the name of the game. Name of the game. I ain't thinking about it. As long as I'm doing right, I got a chance. As long as I think I'm doing right. If you think you're doing right, just try. You got to know what you're doing. You know if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know if you're doing the right thing. Ain't nobody guide you some way. You turn and you know what you're doing. It's excuse. It's excuses. That's one of the reasons that why we can't come together. Excuses. Everybody wants to be the big boss of all. That's what the messenger said. Y'all wanted to be the big boss. When he said about Kalat, it's not just saying just his brother Kalat. It's all these other Kalats. All these different Kalats around. That's what he's saying. Not just his blood brother. He said, I made him the big boss. I made him the captain. He said, I made him, but he made him that. He gave him that. He still wasn't satisfied. He wanted to take his place. Just ask yourself, what can you do? If you were the big boss, what would you do? What the first thing would you do? What the first thing would you do? If you had it all, what would you do? You couldn't do nothing without the help of Allah. You couldn't do nothing. That's what the messenger said. He said, you can have the knowledge to raise the black man. You can have the knowledge to do the things for the black man. He said, but if Allah not with you, you won't be successful. You got to have him backing you up. Regardless to whether you know it or not, you still had to have God with you. So this is the thing. And we sit around here bashing one another. You know, bashing one another. Thought about that. It makes you sick. Just jealousy. Just jealous, man. Anybody can do this work. Any believer can do this work. The messenger said, he said, don't force him to do it. Let him do it on his own. Silence is consent. Some things you take and some things you don't. This is the deal. This is what's happening. Jealousy and envy. But jealousy will overcome you and wipe you right off the face of the earth. It's going to eat you up alive. So when we be jealous of each other, it's going to eat us up alive. You stick out like a sore thumb. And that's what holds up progress. Jealousy and envy, whining. Just whining. Instead of teaching the messenger. Because we all going to have to come together sooner or later. All going to have to come together sooner or later. I ain't going to want to argue and be fighting with nobody. You think what you want to think about me. As long as I'm pleasing Allah, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. Or whatever solution or some kind of thing you come up with, what's in your mind, what I should be doing, or what, it's because it ain't in my mind what you should be. I don't care what you're doing. The master said, if you don't like me and my followers, leave me alone. That's all. Leave me alone. Leave us alone. I'm not bothering you. You're going to bother me. What you going to bother me for? Because if it's some good, if Allah has some good for you, you're going to get it. And if he has some good for me, I'm going to get it. I can't stop the good that he has for me. You can't stop, and I can't stop the good he has for you. He got the power over it. So let him disperse his goodness to help whoever he please. If you don't like me, like the message say, leave me alone, Jack. So I'm not bothering you. I don't care what you do. He bothering me. See? Let's figure out a way to work together to get the messenger teachings out. Figure out that. Let's do that. See, can we do that? See? We got a paper here we're trying to get out. And we're going to get it out with the help of Allah. And going after the lost found. The dead. That's, if we concentrate on that, if we just concentrate on that, you won't have time for this bull stuff. We won't. Understand what I'm saying? We won't have time for it. Get mad sometimes. It's just a righteous anger. The message said it's not it's not me. It's just a righteous anger. The fight that Allah puts in you. The message says it's a righteous anger. The black man, he your brother. Black man still your brother. See? Sometimes our brothers just have a little misunderstanding. But I thank our brothers and sisters. But I thank Allah who came in the person of the Master Prophet Muhammad, the true and living God. We ever thank him for raising up our midst a divine leader, teacher, and guide, the person most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I greet the brothers and sisters, the nations, greeting the peace of somebody.
Brothers and sisters, we rise in prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful. So, Master's day of judgment in which we now live, the alone do we serve, and the alone seeks for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he allows one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness to none deserve to be served, worship, to praise beside Allah, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. And I bear witness that the honorable Elijah Muhammad is our true servant and last apostle. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.